Hello, my name is Nikita and welcome back to my channel. I want to share a story time today with y'all, and before I get into that, I do want to apologize because this video may seem low energy or like a little, odd, but I'm not having a good day. I do struggle with depression and PTSD and a mood disorder. So I do apologize if this, if I'm not my normal self, but I wanted to talk to y'all. I did. And I think as this video continues, I think I'll perk up a little bit. So just try to be understanding of that. That being said, I wanted to go ahead and start the story time. This story time is about a best friend that I had. I was best friends with this person for 10 years. And as the friendship progressed, I noticed a lot of narcissistic traits. I'm not a doctor. I am a medical professional. I'm an EMT, but I don't have the power, the power to diagnose people or anything like that. But anyway, let's get into it. So this person, I met them when, y'all know I have so many jobs. So I met him. Yes, him. I met him when I was doing pest control in Texas. And I don't really remember our first interaction, but I will say this. Normally I'm very bubbly, I'm very, friendly. I like to laugh, like to joke, and this person's personality is not like that. He's on the more serious side. He's on the more logical side. And over time, I think that really took its I don't know, I guess a term for the worst, or the incompatibility with that really started to shine through. So I want to start with accountability because I believe in accountability. I want to say that there were signs and I ignored them because I know that I'm different. I know that. And I don't mesh well with the majority of people. I come across as weird or as odd. So I just stay to myself. But the friends that I do make, I really try to hang on to them because I know it's going to be a while before I can find somebody else, that I click with. But that doesn't mean that you have to endure, I don't know, I feel like a little bit of emotional abuse, And before I get into the story time, what made me think of this story time, if y'all have ever seen the movie called Bully, I think it was made in it was either the late 90s or early 2000s, but it's about, I won't give the whole thing away, but it is about a very easygoing, at least from the movie, very easygoing, very sweet guy, and he's best friends with this other guy who literally bullies him emotionally, physically, intimately. Yeah. So if you've never seen the movie, I do recommend it, but just know you need to have thick skin for this movie, okay? But I was watching it on Tubi and I was like, this reminds me of, that person. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I met this person when I was doing pest control, and he was always there to help out and stuff like that. Everything was fine for the first half of the friendship. Towards the later half is when I really started to see problems. Red flag number one, he always made inappropriate comments to me. And I don't know how much I can say on YouTube because YouTube likes to censor everything. But if I'm a girl, he's a man, let's put it together. He would always make comments to me. And I'm the kind of person, and I'm not that way anymore, but I oh boy, stop, quit playing, But y'all, the comments, they got worse, and they got more visual, and they got more intense. This person would ask to see my my frontal area. This person asked if they could play with the back door. So when I say explicit, that's what I mean. So I let it go on for so long, you know, and it wasn't every time that we talked, but it would eventually lead to that. So much so that I didn't feel comfortable being around him. And he does, I live in Florida now. He lives in Texas, thank God. But I wouldn't even want to hang out with him because I already know what's on your mind. And it wasn't until maybe last month, and yeah, like I said, I let it go on for a long time. It wasn't until last month where I was like, I need to say something. So, you know, I was just like, I don't like when you make these comments to me. It makes me feel disgusting and dirty and not like I'm respected. And I don't like it. So stop, you know? And he continued on. So that was the first red flag. And like I say, I take responsibility for this because, I'm sorry, I keep playing with my hijab. You know, I like to fiddle with stuff. But I should have ended it there. And I know now, like, when somebody is making comments to y'all and they're joking, take that for what it is. It's not a joke. They don't know how to say it to you outright, which eventually he did because I put up with it so much that he would just say whatever. But when somebody is like initially they're joking, oh, I'm just teasing you, that's really how they feel. And what I learned from that situation is the moment somebody makes me uncomfortable, now I'll just leave. I'll just disconnect. I'll just block you. But if I'm in a situation where like it's, you know, it's face to face and I can't do that, I'll let it be known I don't like that. I'm not attracted to you. I'm not saying you're not attractive, but I don't see you that way, and I will never see you that way, and it will never be what you think it's gonna be. It fell on deaf ears. So that was red flag number one. I'm looking down, y'all, because I made some notes on this little notepad. Second thing I know is this person really tried to tear apart my self-esteem, and I've worked so hard. I've worked damn near my whole life, really, since I was like 18 to really push through with my mental health and try to, you know, enjoy the good days, because I have days like today where I'm just in a fucked up mood, and I can't really tell you why. I wake up and, well, I know now today, but sometimes like I don't really have a reason. I'm just, you know, I'm very moody and stuff like that. So this so in saying that, my point, I'm sorry, is I enjoy my good days. I love my good days. I thrive in my good days. I make content on my good days. Not today, but I wanted to talk to y'all. But generally, that's really when my best content comes to, is when I'm having a good day. And this person would pick and pick and pick at me until now my day is fucked up because you're not having a good day. And that, if you ever dealt with that, that is tiresome. It's exhausting. I'm getting drained just talking about it, y'all. Like it's draining to be around somebody like that, who is always trying to pick apart your self-esteem when they know, like, I've done the work, and I continue to do the work to feel good about myself. An example of this is, a few weeks ago, I made my first designer purchase. I bought a scarf, and, you know, I had, you know, my hijab on, and I did my makeup. I'm not really that good in makeup, but I think I'm getting better at it. So I was really proud of the time I took to really put myself together for the photos. And if I can figure out how to do it, I'll insert the photo somewhere on the screen so you can see if I can figure out how to do it. I'm not the most technical person, but this guy, my best friend, called me a certain word. I'm not gonna say what word it is because I don't want that word repeated, but he called me a certain word because I had makeup on. I don't like makeup. I'm not wearing makeup. I don't like it. Okay, so what I meant to say here was that he had complained I had makeup on. My response was, I'm not wearing makeup for you. That's what I meant to say. I don't care. I don't like it. You need to take it off. Take it off. And like, that's what I'm like, this, This is God showing me this person is not your friend. Your friend would never call you that. A friend would never talk to you like that. I have another best friend, and she's a woman, and we lift each other up. Every time I see this girl, she calls me beautiful. Every time I communicate, I make sure, hey, how you doing, girl? Like, is everything okay? I'm always like, and to see the contrast with that, I was like, okay. Sorry, my face is oily, but like now I get it. I get it. Sorry, I don't mean to keep saying I know that's kind of rude. I say sorry a lot too. I need to stop doing that. But I took a public speaking class, and I remember commercial break when I took a speech class. We had to give a presentation, and the teacher was like, for every you say, he's going to deduct a point from your grade. Everybody starts with 100, and every time you say or huh, like he would deduct a point from it. But I just thought of that. So that kind of picking would always happen. Always find something negative. We had Hurricane Milton came through a few weeks ago. And I was craving chili. I am vegan, so I can't just, go buy chili. I actually wanted to make chili, so I made some vegan chili, and I was so proud of what I did, and it came out so good. And when I shared that moment with him, he found a way to be negative about that. Damn, I want to eat no chili. Why are you making that nasty thing? Why? And it just really shows you, like, people really are so unhappy. I know people say this a lot on the internet, but this is the truth. People are so unhappy with their life that they are going to make yours just as bad as theirs. So that's that. And I felt like my last red flag that I didn't, I guess, respect was that he would try to manipulate me into doing things that I didn't want to do. So, like I mentioned earlier, he had invited me and the female best friend, he invited us both to go to Colorado. And he paid for everything, paid for the flight, hotel. All I had to do was grab my keys, get in the car, and head to the airport. I declined. I didn't want to, because I already know what's on the mind. I already know, and I'm not even going to put myself in that situation to do that. And he even offered, like, to pay me money. And this is what I'm saying, like, it's just, it's so much. It's so much that I dealt with. So much. But if you have to bribe somebody to do something, that's manipulation. That's what that is. And just overall, just the lack of respect. Your friend should respect you. Your friend should uplift you. Your friend should make you feel good about yourself. And I know every time I talk to this person, I feel such a weight on my chest every time, that he does this. And it was hard because he wouldn't always act like that. There were days where he would, everything was fine. We were laughing, joking, stuff like that. But there were times where he would just be ugly and negative for no reason. And it reminded me of, like, I think he really tried to humble me. And I don't want to be humbled. That's not your job to humble me. That's God's job. Life will humble you. Life don't need no help in humbling anybody. It will always come forth. So in closing, I just want to say, pay attention to red flags, y'all. And I know it's hard, because for me it was hard, because like I say, I don't make friends easily. And there were good times, but you can't treat me poorly and I stick around. Because when I stick around, when you treat me bad, I'm telling you that it's okay, and it's not. Nobody deserves to be treated that way. Nobody deserves to be called a name or to make it feel like you're some type of object just here to satisfy a man's lust. Like, just pay attention to stuff like that. Pay attention to the jokes. That's the biggest one. And when I say red flag, for me personally, a red flag, depending on what it is, if it's, to me, a red flag is something that, hey, is this going to cause problems later on? Is this going to be a harmful thing to me later on? Is this going to cause me pain later on? So you know, I am thankful for the situation because now I don't take shit from nobody, y'all. You got the first sign of disrespect, that's for friends, that's for relationship, that's for family, that's for any time you show me disrespect, you are automatically cut off. And I don't need to tell you. I don't owe you an explanation. Because you're an able-bodied grown-ass person and you know what you said. And you know that if you know, this person had some backup, you wouldn't talk to them like that. Or if I was a man, you wouldn't talk to me like that. If I had a man, you wouldn't talk to me like that. Because you know this man would knock you between the washer and the dryer. So, not encouraging violence. Just saying. Just saying. Watch how you treat people. Watch how you talk to people. Because everybody knows somebody. So, I'm starting to ramble now. But I want to thank y'all for listening to my story time. I do feel a little bit better. That's why I wanted to get on here and I want to talk to y'all because I don't know. I feel like I can be myself with y'all. Like, you know, like I don't have to, you know, to be, you know, this whatever type of thing. But just, you know, pick your friends wisely. We got one life to live, y'all. Don't let somebody drag you to the pits of hell. It's because they're not happy with their life. Don't make excuses. They know right from wrong. They do. And if you haven't seen the movie Bully, I do suggest you check it out. But like I say, make sure you have a strong, make sure you just have thick skin, you know, because there are scenes in there that to me are kind of traumatizing. But again, thank y'all so much for listening. I appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers. All the love that y'all have shown me, I really do love y'all. I mean that with everything. And I hope that y'all have a good day. Mwah.